Stonewalling is a term to describe a manipulative tactic widely used in politics, courtrooms, business negotiations, police interrogations, and unfortunately in relationships. It is split into aggressive and defensive stonewalling and then further into active and passive tactics. Stonewalling is neither gaslighting nor silent treatment, although both can be used when a person stonewalls you. Hello wonderful person and welcome to Narcissistic Abuse Healing. I'm Anton and I create videos about narcissistic abuse to help you understand what was done to you and help you heal from it. Please help this channel grow by subscribing. If you find this video informative or helpful in any way, please let me and YouTube know by liking and sharing it. Feel free to share your experience in the comment section as well as topics you would like me to cover. What is stonewalling? Stonewalling is a tactic a person uses to avoid addressing issues you have with their behavior or to deny giving you what you want from them, often by refusing to cooperate or communicate with you or behaving in such a way that you fear bringing the subject up. It causes issues to be unresolved unless drastic action is taken to force the person to act. Stonewalling shifts power to the person doing the stonewalling. There is confusion between silent treatment, gaslighting, and stonewalling. Stonewalling is the act of blocking a resolution to a problem, settlement, or desired outcome. Gaslighting, silent treatment, invalidation, mocking, and so on is how the person achieves it. Note that if a person walks away or shuts down but later comes back and engages in conversation on the issue to a point where a solution is reached, then it is more a maladaptive way of handling conflict. With stonewalling, the person repeatedly refuses to address an issue you have and no solution is agreed on. Aggressive versus defensive stonewalling. Aggressive stonewalling, or sometimes called narcissistic stonewalling, is where the person refuses to cooperate or communicate to gain power over you, gain leverage, punish you, negatively impact you or your success, or for their own entertainment. This is a common tactic used by vindictive and sadistic narcissists and often found in battering relationships. Often fear is used to systematically take control of a relationship and break the victim's boundaries and self-worth down. Power, control, schadenfreude, or jealousy is the main motivator. Defense stonewalling, or sometimes called unintentional stonewalling, is where the person refuses to cooperate or communicate due to them finding conflict emotionally overwhelming or having learned from young to avoid expressing and dealing with emotions. This can be people on the borderline spectrum, covert narcissists, or people who have not learned to deal with their emotions and conflict. Stonewalling then developed as a defensive way to not be emotionally overwhelmed. Active versus passive stonewalling tactics. Regardless if a person on purpose or as a defense reaction stonewalls you, they can use active or passive actions or both. Active tactics are overt and aggressive. The aim is to cause so much fear in you that you drop the subject altogether. This can be threatening you when you try to bring the subject up, physically or verbally attacking you, mocking you while you talk, damaging or breaking stuff, or hurting your kids or pets. Passive tactics often involve silent treatment, avoidance such as the person walking away, breaking down crying, playing dumb as if they do not understand you, trying to gaslight you that there is no problem, changing the subject, answering with questions, invalidating your concerns, claiming you are overreacting, making excuses why they cannot talk, claiming they will think about it and then come back to you, claiming they forgot about the issue, or acting bored such as playing with a phone while rolling their eyes. The goal is to either make you feel guilty for upsetting them or annoy and frustrate you so much that you give up trying to find a solution. Is stonewalling abuse? Yes. It is a form of mental and emotional abuse that belittles, demeans, disrespects, and devalues the victim. It is also a manipulation and controlling tactic as the stonewaller gets what he or she wants to avoid the issue or accountability. Regardless if a person does it on purpose or out of a defensive reaction, stonewalling has an extreme negative effect on the victim. Just because a person does not do it with malicious intent does not change the action and the effects it has on the victim. In both instances, the person also chose to disregard the other party's feelings and need for communication and a resolution to an issue they have, which shows lack of awareness and empathy. Effects of stonewalling. Stonewalling is extremely damaging to the victim and disempowers them. They may feel weak, powerless, insignificant, hurt, angry, frustrated, confused, and useless. Added to this are the effects of the specific tactics used. Thus, a victim may start to feel hopeless and disheartened while suffering from anxiety, fear, and guilt. Stonewalling destroys trust and intimacy in the relationship until it falls apart. The victim will suffer immense mental drain as they are unable to stop thinking of the issues they have and the frustration of not being able to get a resolution, or the person not even being willing to acknowledge the issues or talk about them. This will destroy the victim's personal growth and cause mental and health issues to the point that the victim may suffer incapacitating physical illnesses or mental breakdown. Signs of stonewalling. The main sign is that the person refuses to address issues you have and come to an agreed solution. Often the person's behaviors will change when you bring up the issue you have, such as they ignore your questions and statements, often while looking bored or distracting themselves with their phone or other activity. They respond with questions and never answer your question or the issue at hand. They patronize, mock, or ridicule you as you talk. They dismiss the subject as unimportant, change the conversation, make excuses why they cannot talk, walk away in silence, or explode into rage. They act dumb, as if they just cannot get what the problem is. They act as if they cannot hear you and constantly ask you to repeat yourself, or on purpose misinterpret what you say. They act as if the incident never happened, or they just cannot remember anything. They claim you never brought the issue up before, or that you never told them you had a problem with their actions, even if the actions are abusive. They claim it happened a long time ago and is old news, even though it happened hours or minutes ago. They refuse to take responsibility for any of their actions. They use accusations, deflection, or gaslighting to render a conversation pointless and insignificant. They give sparse, vague responses that just goes in circles. They act emotional, such as breaking down crying, or act like a victim the moment you want to address an issue. How to handle stonewalling. First, you need to accept you cannot change their behaviors. They need to want to change. If stonewalling is due to a defense reaction, then with a professional, the person can learn to deal with their emotions and handle conflict better. You can try voicing how their actions hurt you, such as when they just walk away or refuse to answer your questions. If a person learned incorrect ways of dealing with conflict, they may not know how their actions affect you. If they do eventually address your issues and you are able to come to a solution, then the problem may be the stress of conflict for them. Try to communicate with them how you can better handle conflicts so that they do not feel overwhelmed and walk away or shut down. You may agree on a signal where you can then call timeout so that each person can process what the other one said and calm down, then later continue the conversation. If stonewalling is due to narcissism, where the person wants to punish, destroy, or control you, then they have no reason to change their actions. So too, if stonewalling is to avoid taking responsibility for their actions, as is often the case with covert narcissists who play the victim card, there's often little chance that they will change. With narcissists, you can try setting firm boundaries and enforcing them, such as if they refuse to address an issue, you will decide on a solution yourself. However, narcissists hate accountability and boundaries. They may respond with violence if you try to take control of them. Thus, you may need to accept that the issues will never be addressed. You can try to find workarounds where you do not need them to act, such as getting alternative transport if they are unreliable. If stonewalling is a major problem in the relationship, then you may need to think about leaving the person, especially if they are emotionally or physically abusive. Your emotional and physical safety is priority. A relationship is for two people to grow together and make each other happy. Love for the other is shown in each action each day, not now and again when they feel like it. Why stay with someone who does not love you back and causes you pain? Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like and share it so that more people can benefit from it. If not subscribed, please subscribe now by clicking the seductive red button. As reward for subscribing, you will get more informative videos about narcissistic abuse. Please leave a comment as it helps to expand the information covered in the video, which may be of benefit to others. Also check out my books on narcissism by following the links in the description. Thank you.